The great Val Kilmer has arrived, one of our better working actors, this fella. And luckily for us, the film that he's in here to promote, Deja Vu, has another one of our great working actors in it, Denzel Washington.
Those are your words. I'm not here to promote anything. I was invited here to be your friend.
Just driving around. Okay.
Not
All right.
hawk my wares. Jerry Bruckheimer, Tony Scott, Denzel Washington. It opens November 22nd.
Jim Caviezel.
So we'll hawk it for you. Mm-hmm. Looks good.
It's wonderful. Tony Scott really knows how to engage his audience. And Jerry Bruckheimer, I read recently, I think it's up to $60 billion that he's grossed his employers.
Crazy.
I'm telling you, he's going to make it.
Yeah. He keeps getting better and better.
That kid is going to make it.
Go back to the beginning. Yeah, we assume that you read this in...
Are you doing a psychedelic crossword puzzle?
No, this is my think and do.
Wow.
I have to find 10 Saturns, and there's one right there. That was easy, but they get harder.
Did they pay you guys?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And we only
You know
have
what
to
I
do
like
this
about this job?
Right.
You don't have to wear makeup.
You don't.
No, you don't.
But why are you?
We could, but that would be
Seems
weird,
like we
wouldn't it,
are.
Val?
We're beautiful men.
Yeah, I was trying to
Val.
explain it to my son the other day.
Val.
How old is your son now?
11.
How's it going with him? Do you like
He's
it?
just fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a star.
What are his interests so far?
I can't say some of the new ones on the radio,
Okay.
I don't think.
All right.
Could be illegal.
Val, we're trying to help you promote your movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Try to stay focused. Well, because people want to go. You want to go see it.
It's not really my movie.
Well, you're in it.
Yeah. It's Denzel's movie, kind
Actually, it
of.
says also stars.
See?
You know, you got Val Kilmer's
See?
Deja Vu, also stars.
You know who's very good in it? It's Jim Caviezel.
He's very good at everything.
The former Christ, Jesus, and Mel Gibson's. Is it called The Passion?
The Passion of the Christ.
And he plays a terrorist in this film, and he's very effective.
He always is. What do you play?
I play an FBI agent, and I run a top secret program that I invite Denzel's character in to save our butt.
Yeah.
But
now-
I thought when I read it, that you got Denzel Washington, Malcolm X,
Right.
Jim Caviezel, Jesus Christ,
Right, I mean,
and
Moses.
and Jim Morrison. I thought,
Right. Yeah, how can
it's
you go
a
wrong?
Pretty good. You got a pretty good chance.
Jim Morrison and Batman.
in New Orleans.
Right. So how does it go wrong? Now, you read it in...
He didn't bring react to your Batman comment at all. I noticed.
Oh, did you make a Batman comment?
Yeah,
I
threw it
thought
out.
we were friends. I was looking forward to it this morning. What have I ever done to you?
Now, when you read it, it was script form, right? It wasn't a book. You read the script.
Yes.
Was the script just like perfection? Was it wonderfully tight and...
Yeah, it's very. Screenwriters are maligned in this crazy town, but it's very hard to write what is a visual experience. It's very hard to do, and you also don't have the luxury of the novel of a paragraph to really explain or invite the reader to how you're supposed to feel. It's just indications, and with action particularly, it's just really hard to describe a car chase effectively. But these guys can write like mad. They wrote Pirates of the Caribbean,
So you were hooked.
and they're going to make it too.
Eventually.
And so you were hooked from the first read.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, we were talking a list or something came out, and we read it last week about the 30 most memorable characters in movies, and we read the list, and then we started getting calls, and we couldn't agree more. Your Doc Hollywood should have been on the top 10. It might have been in the top 30, but your
thanks.
Your Doc Hollywood. And I've always wanted to ask you, how did you develop that character?
Well,
How I mean, with the accent and the...
yeah, I have a real brilliant friend who's I think the best dialect coach in the world, named Tim Monick.
I said Doc Hollywood, didn't I?
I thought it was cute.
Jesus Christ.
I like it better.
Doc Holliday.
No one's around to argue with you from those days.
No,
They're all dead.
Doc Holliday, I'm sorry, but it was just an amazing job. And where did it come from?
The dialect coach is a guy named Tim Monick out of that I met at Juilliard back in New York, who was a teacher then, and he does, I think every time Scorsese does a film now, he does the dialect coaching for him. And I called him up and I said, everyone out of the Civil War, out of that, group of gentlemen died. So I think his dialect is dead. And he said, exactly. And I said, can you find me a dead aristocrat dialect? And he sent me a tape immediately. This crazy old guy who ran a theater, and it was much, much slower. Every word was dripping with moss. Y'all, you gotta come down and have a julep. It was lovely down here today. And the movie would have been 4 hours long. But just starting with that, the writer Kevin Jarre really wrote a great character. So just based on all the stuff that he did, and I had family from the South, and I live out west. So there's a lot of stuff that was just sort of available to me already.
And you were, on top of that, you were drunk most of the time and on medication. It just
No, the character was.
the character was.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll divide the two.
All right, now, Val, you're all over the news today.
Did you know that?
What I do?
Well, you didn't do anything yet. We're going to confirm with you whether this crap is true or not.
Okay.
So here's the first story. Let me finish reading it, and then you will confirm whether this is yes, no, or in consideration.
Okay.
First story. Vince Neil is promising some big-name cameos in his upcoming film adaptation of the Motley Crue autobiography, The Dirt. Discussing the project over drinks at last Friday's VIP grand opening of his new Las Vegas tattoo parlor, Vince Neil, Inc., the singer, revealed that Christopher Walken has been confirmed to play Ozzy Osbourne and that Val Kilmer has signed on for the role of David Lee Roth.
No.
Have you heard anything about it?
This is the first I've heard.
Read that last part again. The rumor has it that he is signed on, or
Val Kilmer has reportedly signed on for the role of David Lee Roth.
No, but I'm sure David's a very nice person.
Sure he is.
But I know.
first you've heard of this project at all?
Yeah.
What the?
Welcome to my world.
Wow.
They just type it up and send it out.
Woo! All right. Second story.
First of all, can they do... They can't do that, can they? Can they do that? I guess they can.
They just did.
They just did.
I mean, what are you going to do, sue them?
Yeah.
No, it happens all the time.
All right, second story. This one I'm almost positive is true. Kate Blanchett might want to check her caller ID before answering the phone. Notorious womanizer Val Kilmer has the hots for her, and for Oprah, too. Kilmer was asked by Elle...
he just went, what?
Kilmer was asked by Elle magazine what women he most wanted on his speed dial, and he named Kate Blanchett. He confesses that he was so smitten with the Aussie star when they worked together on The Missing that, quote, I not only forgot my dialogue in the scene, I forgot I was acting. I forgot I was on a movie set. I just stood there staring at her. When asked whether he would prefer to sleep with Oprah or Nicole Richie, Kilmer replied, Oprah, any day of the week. When Elle asked Kilmer which of his girlfriends would he most fear being a witness against him, Kilmer replied, Ellen Barkin. Elle said, she must really hate you. Val replied, hell hath no fury.
No, I'm sure she doesn't hate me. We've all grown.
Have we?
We've got kids.
I see.
She got a big boat now, I bet.
A big boat?
So things were tough, though, for that relationship. It just could have gone better.
We actually had an amicable breakup. It was a long time ago, and it was kind of a silly question. They kind of demanded an answer.
And what about the Kate Blanchett stuff? Do you have it for her?
Crazy about her.
Yeah.
She's happily married, though.
You don't like that?
No, I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for her.
Sure you are.
He's a very nice guy.
And what about Nicole Richie and Oprah?
You know what? You know, things to do before I die list.
Yeah. Do Oprah. Yeah. But now, what is it about Kate Blanchett that draws you in? What is it?
She's just an amazing person. So when her mind is just, she might be a genius. She's just really interesting. And that was true. I just completely... They said cut, and Ron Howard came up, and I was like, oh, look, Opie. And then, just floating around.
Does she have sweet breath?
Wow.
Yeah.
Underwear to breath to Oprah.
Yeah.
This is a sexy show.
It is a sexy show, man. Because you kissed her, right? I mean...
Yeah. No. You kissed her goodbye.
Yeah.
Tongue.
She's just wonderful.
Does Kurt Russell have sweet breath?
Yeah.
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 He does.
Kurt, if you call me, don't call me.
You remember last time, right?
No, Kurt, do.
I saw him at the Roger Waters show.
Oh, at Hollywood Bowl.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Kurt was.
Yeah.
Roger sucked.
Kurt was always, as always.
Well, we were reliving this when right before he came in, but when Kurt did call last time, your question to him, hey, Kurt, how did it feel to have your ass wiped across the screen by a 12-year-old?
She is awfully good, that Dakota Fanning.
Nobody laughed more than Kurt, though.
He's fabulous.
Is he good? Things are good with him?
Yeah, he's got Goldie Hawn on his arm, and their daughter's doing great. And
Now, that daughter's smoking hot.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I was over at their house today. They were both having that conversation of whether they would let her pursue her career. I think she was coming back from audition. She was 16 or whatever. And they decided they were sitting around the kitchen that they'd let her see if it could work out.
Well, it certainly has worked out.
Yeah. They all glow in the dark, that family. They eat magic pills, or they've been to Los Alamos and been radiated, but they glow.
Now, what is your thing now? You're not married.
I'm not married.
You've got the
Nor
son.
am I a notorious womanizer.
No, the story said it.
I've been very fortunate, known some very wonderful ladies.
It says notorious womanizer Val Kilmer.
But we were asking that question earlier. It's like, we never thought that of you. This is like the first time that those words have been connected to your name in print.
I just, I don't know. They were doing an article on guys liking girls, so they called me. But I've just had I love women.
Yeah. Well, then tell us, how many times a week would you say, on the average, that Val gets laid?
I haven't had a girlfriend in 4 years.
You go for long periods of time. Now, you did say girlfriend, but you go for long periods of time and don't see any women naked in your bed?
I live very quietly, almost Spartan-like, in the wilderness in New Mexico. I just got 3 donkeys. I got buffalo. There's a lot to do. The sun goes down, and roll up your bean tortilla, and that's about it. Read a little of the good book, and turn on Brokeback Mountain. Live the dream.
So very busy, apparently. Very, very busy there at the hacienda.
Do you name your donkeys?
Have you guys seen Lewis Black's Red, White, and Screwed? God.
Funny?
He's got a part in it where he's going on about horse shows because the former head of FEMA ran the Arabian Horse Association. That was his qualifications to become the head of FEMA. So he's saying, by the way, equestrian is the gayest word in the English language. In fact, Brokeback Mountain should have been called Two Equestrians.
Now, tell us this, because we'll not have the chance, but working with Tony Scott, he's directing you. You're the actor, and there's particular moments. How closely does he work with the actor, or is he more concerned about getting the specific shot he wants?
Everything concerns him. That's why he's great. But I don't think he's really known as being an actor's director, but he loves actors, and he watches with a great intensity. I'll give you an example. When we did Top Gun, he wept after one of these shots of the jets taking off because it was so good. It was just so beautiful.
I know the shot he's talking about.
The ocean, and that's how he lives. He got on this great rush of creativity.
Since you brought up Top Gun.
And joy. Like, it's hard what he does. He's got 4 or 6 cameras going. He likes to shoot at the same time. And he's very indulgent about the right things. We do 11, 12, 14 takes. And in this movie, there's some very complicated physics that gets described because there's a time machine. And he wanted to get it as close to the facts of the theories of time travel that we've got. And so it was pretty intricate and tough dialogue to throw around. And he was just great about it.
All right, you brought up Top Gun. We didn't. Question.
You said Batman earlier. And you said Doc Holliday Man.
Doc Hollywood
Land.
All right, so question from Top Gun. It was on the other day. It's been a long time since I'd seen it, and I only watched about 20 minutes, but it was the one particular scene where Tom Cruise's character was confronting you. And I always wondered when I saw this, I smiled, because I wondered, was this in the script? Or no, was it an actor's choice? When he's confronting you, and you know where I'm going, you decide to chomp your teeth together.
Yeah. Don't you hate it when guys do that to you? Especially in the locker room. When they try to bite you. I always hate that.
wearing nothing but a towel.
Yeah.
So that came from you at that particular moment, or had you decided in the trailer, you know what? When he's talking to him, I'm going to chomp my teeth down.
Well, they're these great gladiators. It's very, 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 very hard to become a fighter pilot. Everything in your body has to really function perfectly. If your left eye is just a little bit off, you can't make it. So these guys know that they're the top of the pyramid, and they're extremely competitive. They were basically all like my character. They walk funny. You can't pull that many G's and not walk funny. But it's not exactly a waddle, but it's in between a waddle and a John Wayne walk. And, I mean, they literally have to strap their legs so the blood doesn't go down and stays up so they maintain consciousness. It's an incredible thing that they go through. And then their mind has to work at literally lightning speed to handle all the computerization so they don't crash and so they can do what they do. So they're quite full of themselves, and they should be. It's a hard job. But I just thought it was, the way that they're competitive, they just, every single inch. They're all like Robert Duvall.
They're all like Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
Man.
Mitch, you're on the air with Val Kilmer. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mitch?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Okay.
Hi, Mitch.
Hi, how are you?
We're all great.
Oh, that's fantastic. I just have a two-part question for you. Is there an interesting Native American story that you can tell us? And the second part to the question is, what do you believe spiritually?
A Native American story that I can tell you in the 10 minutes I have left on the show, or that I would like to make a film, or what?
Well, I know the one film you did do, it was Thunderheart, correct?
Yes.
That's one of my all-time favorite films, along with the Doors movie. I thought you did a fantastic job on that, too.
Oh, thanks. There's going to be an anniversary showing of The Doors at the Grand's Chinese Theater, December 6th. There, I plugged that.
You sure
You're
did.
happy now? But there's an incredible book by a Native American author who I think's a genius, named N. Scott Momaday, and it's called A Housemaid of Dawn. And that's an incredible novel that it got made as a film but not released. I'd like to do that. That's an amazing story.
I'll pick that book up. And specifically, where do your spiritual religious beliefs tend to fall?
I don't know how to say tend to fall, but I try to pray as many times a day as possible. I don't know how people get through the day without it. And I think that the spiritual world's more real than the material. So there.
Well,
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking my call.
You
Good
bet,
luck
Mitch.
to you, Val.
Thanks, Mitch.
Now, last time, Val brought in a man purse. Today, he brought in a red, kind of a vinyl notebook, and there's scribbling all over the front.
Yeah.
Is that, you just kind of keep that for notes and stuff, or what exactly
This
is that, Val?
has in it some poems that I wrote, and it has in it a bunch of songs. I'm making a record.
You're making a record?
With the very talented young Mick Rossi, Englishman, who's a very talented writer.
What kind of album will this
Here's
be?
a title, I'm the Other Brother. That's a title that's on this little notebook.
Is this rock and roll? What kind of
It
music?
is.
Yeah.
It's the kitchen sink. I like all kinds of music, and we've been surprisingly prolific. We have about 30 songs inside of a year, and I keep playing them for people that are more talented than me, and they like them. And so it's kind of a pop record, but one of the discs is just going to be ambient music, because I like ambient music too.
Do us a favor, if you would. Open up your book there to your favorite and read us a piece of your poetry.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't bring it for that.
No, of course you didn't.
But you're putting me on the spot.
Exactly.
As long as I don't have to talk about underwear, a poem
Or
that
Batman.
I like. Wow. Well, why don't we talk while I look?
All right.
It's not very interesting listening to rustling paper.
Well, after you read your...
I mean, I don't want to do your guys' job for you.
No, thank you, Val.
Maybe this is interesting.
By the way, Val's in here promoting Deja Vu,
So you keep saying.
the film the film that he's in with Denzel Washington. It opens up, look at here, November 22nd. It'll be in theaters. It's going to be great. Denzel's in it. Val's in it. Other people are in it. And Tony Scott directs it.
Now, are you playing any instruments on this album? Do you play a musical instrument?
None
Other
of
than
business,
singing?
Mark. I can't get over Doc Hollywood.
No.
There's a song in there somewhere.
Write it down, man.
Hollywood, Doc Hollywood. I don't play any instruments,
Uh-huh.
but I own a bunch.
Yes.
So this is a bit obscure.
Okay.
And I won't read the whole thing, but it's a song about the Civil War. The pillows for pillars staining the water red, hogs feeding on the undying dead. Grant spent the night under a tree, deployed on the banks of the Pittsburgh Landing in Shiloh. Don't you know the word means place of peace? A smothered moan, the deep bass note of defeat, outweary and depressed beyond the walls of my friends, the dead and the young dead. Here are the northern lights, here are the purebred, ahead, ahead, ahead.
Very nice.
I know you guys run a pretty heavy,
No.
Barbara Walters type show here, but I'd like to keep it light.
As we always appreciate.
The iambic pentameter was to die for.
Thank you.
Yes.
Val, do you like games?
I'm going to write that down. The iambic pentameter was to die for.
Perfect.
Do I like games?
Yeah. Do you enjoy trivia?
Sure.
All right, we're going to play a game.
I'm in Hollywood.
I've got 5. Brian's got 5.
Oh my
we're going
gosh.
to ask these trivia questions. If you know the answer, now this is like Jeopardy. You have to weigh in as quickly as you know the answer, and the way that you weigh in is you say your name.
These are pretty gettable questions and pretty easy. Kelly, you're going to play with us and Frankie and everybody. All right.
Your name is Val. So when you know
Are
the
you
answer,
sure?
say your name and then wait to be called on. Don't give the answer until one of us says, Val, go ahead.
I'd really much rather promote Deja Vu.
We've
Get back on track here.
All right, here you go. Question number
So I
one.
say my Val.
Good package,
Right.
as you would say.
Right.
As soon as you know the answer,
Val.
you say your name, Val. We haven't asked the question
I thought you
yet.
said say your name.
Say your name if you know the answer to
Val.
the question. No.
You said say.
We haven't asked a question yet.
I thought you were asking me if my name was Val.
And we're going to go with our Batman horns.
Val. Batman horn.
Well,
From the
it's-
original TV series.
No,
I'm in the hot seat this morning.
Yes, you are.
actually, we're going to use not the Batman horns.
No?
Because we're going to use what we usually use for this.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Yell your name if you know the answer. At the Live 8 concert in London, Paul McCartney and U2 teamed up to perform what
Val.
song?
Kelly.
Val?
It was Helter Skelter.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
Kelly?
No, Val, it wasn't.
Let's go with Pride in the Name of Love.
No.
No?
No. Frankie, Mark, anybody?
Hi, Val.
Boy,
Mark.
don't know.
Mark?
What about Long and Winding Road?
No. Up to you for Gooch.
Oh, I do know, Val.
You can't play anymore.
Well,
I can't too.
You've already given your answer.
What if I get up and leave?
Well, he's got.
And where's your show? Deja Vu Man.
he gets to answer, and then you can go again.
Yeah, I'll acquiesce to Val. I don't know.
Okay,
no
Val.
idea.
Oh, now you made me forget it.
No, you've got.
No, Hey Jude.
No, it was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
You were wrong twice on that, Val. Good job.
You got to remind me.
All right. Yell your name if you know the answer. Question number 2.
You've grown cold.
In football, what is it called in football when the quarterback changes the play? When Mark?
Frankie.
Audible.
When the team is set over the ball. Then audible. Correct. Question number 3.
Hey, wait a minute. May I? You got the answers written down on this little piece of
I
paper.
have the other 5.
See?
I'm cold. I'm so cold.
So cold. So cold.
Hold me. Just hold
Question
me.
number 3. In the film Logan's Run, citizens were put to death when they reached what age?
Kelly.
Mark?
30.
30 is correct. Oh! That's a good movie.
Read a book, dude. How can you be proud of this stuff?
I hate we had to delay that. He said, read a book, dude. How can you be proud of this crap?
All right, question number 4. The tradition of Memorial Day originally honored deceased veterans of which
Kelly.
war?
Oh, man.
Kelly?
World War I.
No. Mark was next.
2. World War
No.
II.
Val?
Must be the Korean War.
Civil War.
Good golly, Miss
Civil War.
Molly.
And I really thought you would have known that. Surprised you didn't.
And I'm writing a movie about Mark Twain, and here I am.
Are you really?
Yeah, and you
Love
guys
Mark
had more
Twain.
coffee, though, didn't you? I wasn't offered any coffee. They
You don't
sat me
order
down
coffee.
here and drugged me.
That was all part of the
That was
major
the plan.
Question number 5.
Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
Is helium, hydrogen, or lithium?
Mark.
Frankie.
Kelly.
Well,
Mark?
well.
You should have seen the look on his face. Yeah. Lithium.
No, Frankie.
I think Kel was next.
Oh, Kelly.
Oh, really? Helium.
No, Frankie.
I'm going to go out on the fence and say hydrogen.
Very nice.
Oh, dang.
All right, Val. So five more.
Okay.
Now you got the groove. You know the answer. You say your name. Here we go.
When's playtime?
Not that we're keeping score, but Val has yet to answer one correctly. Question number 6.
The long and winding road.
What are the limestone formations called that are found in tropical waters?
Kelly.
Kelly.
Wait. Limestone formation. Oh. Algae. No, it's not it.
No.
Far from.
Which
Bad
are
answer.
formed by millions. Frank.
Coral reefs.
That are formed by millions of tiny animals. Coral is correct. Good job, Val.
What?
Question 7. In the movie version of the Da Vinci Code,
Yes.
who played the teacher?
Kelly. The teacher was. Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Sir
Need your
Ian
answer.
McKellen.
That is correct. Good job, Val. Question 8. What bird is most commonly depicted on a weather vane? Brian.
Kelly.
The cock.
I'll accept rooster is correct, yes. 2 questions remaining. Val, are you focused?
I'm just having so much fun.
You look like it.
Good time.
You look like you're having a good time.
All right, Val, here we go. Now focus on
I'm
this
holding
last
my torso
We
with
want
both
you to
hands.
we want you to go
Body
away with
language.
at
And I'm
least
shaking.
one. Question 9. Whose was shocked as he accepted a Grammy for the title song from the film The Mighty Wind?
Kelly.
Kelly. I don't understand.
Brian.
Who was shocked?
Shocked.
Who was shocked? Shocked as he accepted a Grammy for the title song from the film Mighty Wind?
Harry Shearer.
Nope. Brian?
He was mix. It starts with an M. And it's got a E sound in it.
Oh.
You know, the guy who played
Yes.
David St. Hubbins, that great actor.
Oh, did he win? That's great.
Yeah. What was it?
First name starts with an M. Last name starts with an
Michael.
M. Yes.
Michael McKean.
Yay!
That was
No.
a group. It wasn't.
Aw.
I'll give it to you. Eugene Levy.
Eugene. Oh, Gene.
Okay, Val.
Yeah.
This is what this is one that you can get.
I should have. What if I'd said no when you said, "Do you like trivia games?"
But you didn't.
We would have still done this. You know, we would have.
This one you got. Okay.
Ready.
Let's just acquiesce to Val here.
Acquiesce.
Acquiesce to Val here and let him go for this. Question
man.
10.
Yeah.
What's
Val.
That's some sack right there. Sacking up.
What season ends with the winter solstice?
Not a clue. What season?
What season ends?
You mean like weather? You guys are great. Oh man.
So help you here. Out of the winter, summer, spring thing, which of those 4 would you think
Winter?
would
Spring?
well, no. What season
Summer.
ends? What, Val? What season? What season ends with the winter solstice? What season ends with the winter solstice?
Fall.
Yes. Nice job, Val. Really good job, Val.
Did you have fun
Yeah.
today? You look like you had fun.
If you'd asked me about, grass or cow feed or...
What are your donkeys' names?
I haven't named them yet. I leave that to the kids.
I see.
Yeah.
And we have how many kids now?
2.
And how old? The son is...
They're both incredible. My daughter's just turned 15 and is a national debating champion.
Really?
I was so proud and impressed until I realized, so she's 15, so she's been arguing for 13 years, and now she has a trophy to prove it.
Wow.
So she doesn't play anymore. She just write about everything all the time. But she's delightful until she brings out the. She's got a little warrior in her. She's just incredible. And these little genius girls get together, Speed Reading Time magazine, and she could have done good today.
Now, how much time do you get with them?
I have a very amicable relationship with my ex-wife, so when I'm here, I try to see him every day. When I'm here in L.A., because I live in New Mexico.
So they don't get much of a chance to come to New Mexico to hang out?
Sure,
with you?
yeah. It's just now that they're older. My son's 11 and loves to surf. So and they all have their activities. He's a soccer player.
It's the age where they're very, very busy.
Yes.
Did you want to talk about Deja Vu?
You're in it.
Deja vu.
It's a film.
Really?
Yeah. And you're in it
Sure.
with Denzel Washington.
A little late now because we're done, but
Deja Vu. I've been looking forward to this from the moment I saw the trailer. It looks most interesting. Can't wait to see what the twist is.
It really works.
November 22nd. This is directed by Tony Scott. Val Arbuddy's in this. In fact, Val Arbuddy is very busy. He's all over everything. Listen to this. Deja Vu. He's done since then Comanche Moon. That's a mini television series. A West Texas children's story currently filming. Alphanumeric pre-production. Committed to Heat pre-production.
and he's reprised Michael J. Fox's role in Doc Hollywood, which I think was a choice.
Coin Locker Babies pre-production. Delgo in production. Agent One Half in production.
Yeah.
Worky.
Well, this Comanche Moon you mentioned, I've never done television before, and it's the prequel to Lonesome Dove.
Oh,
Larry
Lonesome Dove was
McMurtry,
fabulous.
Diana Osana of Brokeback Mountain fame. They won the Oscar this year. Did you watch the Oscars?
Sure.
Wasn't McMurtry great in his jeans?
Yes.
He wasn't even going to put the jacket on, and Diana said, "You have to. They won't let you in."
gotta be
Won't
right.
let me in? What are you talking about? And they said, "Yes, this black tie. You have to."
Yeah,
or they
you
won't.
gotta
And he's put the jacket on, but he wouldn't take the jeans off. Anyway, he's really great, wonderful, eccentric, but quite a brilliant Western writer.
Lonesome Dove was one of those television made for television miniseries that was just classically great.
It is. It still holds the record for Emmys. Emmys 18, I think. Everyone, every category except Duvall didn't win.
Isn't
Apparently,
that strange? Isn't that
18
weird?
years ago, and the exact same crew, same producer, same writer, same director, and I play a very nutty Bostonian who goes out to the big adventure in the West, and it was really fun.
Val,
That's on CBS sometime in February, I believe. I believe they're advertising on the Super Bowl.
Be careful, you're plugging.
Denzel and I will have amassed quite a few millions by then. In Deja Vu, opening November 22nd at a theater near you.
Val, as always, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
You'll come back very, very soon. Next
Plugging
time-
my record, no doubt.
Plugging your record. Hey, now listen, with that, if you want, you're certainly welcome. Bring in your musicians. We plug you in, and you can perform it live.
We'll put an audience in front of you if you want.
We'll do it before Christmas if you wanna.
Well, then you
Because
start
I
talking
think, I think what we're going to do is have a big party after this, and you're both invited to the Grom's Chinese Theater. It should be a lot of fun of this Doors anniversary. I think Oliver Stone and I are talking after the film about ourselves and our greatness, because I am an international film star.
Yes, you are. You're Val Kilmer. You're in Deja Vu.
Feels
which is coming up
good.
November 22nd.
Sure it does.
All right. So then maybe we can come and watch you and Oliver Stone talk about yourselves.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Now, are you really going to get in front of the audience?
Oh,
and
why I
speak?
said that? Because then they were going to try to get together a little show somewhere and play a little after, maybe, because Robbie Krieger and I have been offered a bunch of times to play together. So I think we're going to go somewhere and do some Doors songs in L.A.
Oh, wow.
I'll let you know. I'll plug that.
Yeah.
We got a gig. But me and Mick Rossi would love to play some songs.
Come in and play for us.
All right, well,
We'll
then-
put an audience in front of you, too.
Okay.
You wanna-
I
do you
point
want-
that way
What are you
because
guys
that's
doing
where the
tomorrow?
conference room. Doing a show. Finishing my think and do.
Now, do you want an audience, or do you just want to have the band? We'll plug them in the back, or we'll put an audience in front of you, whichever way you want to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, what do you want?
You guys are cool.
The audience thing here in the building is our conference room. We take the table out, put 30, 40 listeners in there, like intimate.
A small stage. Well, think about
What
it.
if we bomb?
What
What
that's
if
the chance.
what if it's a trivia flashback? I just stare off into space thinking about Kate Blanchett.
Val, you've bombed on this show before. You always come back. You always do.
Yeah, it's nothing new for you. Deja Vu, November 22nd. Val, we'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
All right.